And a very good day to all my viewers out there. It is right now Wednesday, August the 7th, 2019. It's about 5:27 p.m. and we're here at the Old Port of Montreal, where I'm going to be doing some walking videos around here. And we're here at the western end of the Old Port. And what a way to start a video with some train action going on here. Look at this. And I'm not saying that trains are rare here, but they're not as frequent as the main lines, that's for sure. But anyway, so today we're going to be walking eastward, and I'm going to finish this video, hopefully if everything goes as planned and my battery holds, we're going to finish the video at the clock tower. And that's where I'm going to be doing my second video, hopefully walking up the clock tower. But it's going to get a bit noisy here, so once this train goes away we'll continue our walk. But while we're here, why not do a bit of train action for all my rail fanning viewers out there. So while this train's going by, why don't we take a little shortcut and walk around the grassy area here. And just to give you some perspective, again, this is the Old Port of Montreal. And a bit of a cloudy day today, but very humid out. There's some thunderstorms, I believe, that could develop soon enough. And like I said, my goal today is to get to the clock tower and to do a nice little walking video to the clock tower, and then to climb the clock tower. Wondering where this train comes from. Be interesting to see the locomotive. But hey, it's a little bonus, you know, when we're doing a walking video and you get a train like this. Certainly not something I'll complain about, that's for sure. But anyways, yeah, so this is Old Montreal right here. And just a little history of the Old Port. Here's the end of the train, by the way. Not bad. So anyway, the Old Port, I believe, dates back to as far back as 1611, and it was used as a trading post at one point. And what they've done is, you know, throughout the years, different changes depending on what the needs of the time are. This part of the Old Port is usually used for, I guess you could say, more or less leisure activities. And the eastern part of the port, the way I'm walking right now, that's more for the cargo and the container ships and whatnot. So this part here is, like I said, more for leisure. And further east is more for the industrial aspect. So I'm going to go back to where we were originally, which is right by the water. And you know, I did a couple of different videos over the years in the Old Port, whether it's of cargo ships or that new terminal down there, some fireworks a couple of weeks ago. But you know, I'm hoping that this time I'm going to get to do a nice, decent walking video while we have some light. And hopefully I'll be able to conclude where I want to, like I said, at the clock tower. And if everything goes as planned, we should get some nice footage. And again, we're almost mid-August. It's pretty shocking how fast this year has gone by. And already you can kind of see the trees It's not obvious yet, but they're slowly changing hue. They're slowly changing shades. Look at this one. Here's an example. This one's already changing pretty soon. Pretty early. So, I don't know, maybe a little early to say it, but I'll be bringing you some beautiful autumn videos this year. Hoping to go to Mount Tremblant at some point, or in the Laurentians. Give you some footage of that. Best place for seeing the autumn season, of course, is where there's a lot of trees, vegetation. And if you've been noticing, the grass, when I've been doing videos lately, seems really brown and dry. That's because we haven't really had much rain this year. And at least from what I've noticed, I know we had a couple of downpours here and there and thunderstorms, but really nothing significant. And this is the result. Basically, the grass turns brown, dries out. And of course, down there is Habitat 67. Very unique building. Looks like a bunch of blocks put together. Lego blocks or mega blocks. And here's the new, or I think part of the new cruise terminal up here, which was recently built. And now they're starting to do some construction down here on another section. Now, when I was doing a walking video down Côte des Neiges the other week, I noticed that I was only able to film for 10 minutes. And I changed the setting to a little bit different quality video, not much lower, but slightly lower quality, in order to film a longer video. But I mean, with today's technology, you can't really tell. I think this is could be QHD if I'm not mistaken, or quadro high definition. Remember back in the day where, is this HD, high definition. Now you have ultra high definition and full high definition, all kinds of different things. And of course you got 4K as well, which is, I think, part of the UHD, ultra high definition spectrum. Oh, there's one of those amphibian buses. Basically it's a bus and it goes into the water, turns into a boat. Nice view of Old Montreal, some of the older office buildings. You can tell just by looking at them, quite old. And there, of course, is one of the central fountains of the Old Port. Very nice area to come and relax. There's an old grain silo, I think, or some kind of storage unit, some kind of crane. Which, like I said in previous videos, it would be nice if they opened it up to the public. And, now we're coming up to the more central part of the Old Port. And, I think it's a good day to do the clock tower video, and I may do others when, depending on the weather. I'd like to do one during a sunny evening, one during a, cloudy day like today, and even one during a thunderstorm. That would be nice. And that clock tower that we're heading to, by the way, where I'm going to wrap up this video, usually closes around 7 p.m. A lot of construction going on here. Like I said, this port is always changing, depending on, what year you're in, what the needs are of the time period. And let's get a view of the water here. Here's, of course, the St. Lawrence River. And I'll show you how far down this drop is. Pretty far, pretty steep. And of course you have your seagulls and your other marine birds. And this building here, of course, is one of my favorite places, the Montreal Science Centre. And there's the IMAX Theatre, IMAX Telus Theatre. And again, you know, I've done other videos focusing on Old Montreal, but today I'm going to be focusing on the Old Port. And it's about almost 5:40 p.m. right now. So I've been filming now for 10 minutes, almost 11 minutes in, and it hasn't cut off yet, which is a good sign. And there's your Science Center and IMAX Theatre entrance. And it gets a little bit more dense here, pedestrians and whatnot. And quiets down again as you head more east. And you can kind of see in the distance there's a Jacques Cartier Bridge. They have a virtual reality thing in here now. So continue heading east, and I'll just cross the street here. Alright, so we crossed over. What is this? This is an exhibit. This is actually, yeah, it's an exhibit go from fear to fascination, spiders. Yeah, and you know, personally I like spiders. But, I think I did a couple of nice videos over the years of different types of spiders. Now look at this old vehicle here that they turned into a cafe or something. Oh, look at that. That's interesting. Let's get a little shot of this while we're up here. Wow. There you go. For all you old vehicle lovers. Very interesting. So now we're coming up to the area where they keep the yachts and the leisure crafts. A couple of fishing boats as well, as you'll see down here. And like I said, now we're facing more in, I guess you can say, the south direction. Like I said, different types of crafts here. Houseboats, yachts, you name it. A couple of small cruise ships. This is an interesting craft here. Probably some type of sailboat. And we're coming up to the Ferris wheel as well, which, you know, I'm debating one day doing a video in there, but you know, the price, I don't know if it's really worth it. I may do it someday. Maybe if they have some kind of promotion or some special. Yeah, and across from there is a beautiful park, which I want to do a video of someday as well. A really nice park. And I felt a couple of raindrops, which means could be some precipitation on and off tonight. So we're about 15 minutes into the video now. There's a pretty big yacht right over here coming up. A nice seagull as well. And yeah, so now we're coming up to, like I said, the area that in the winter time they have the skating rink, and in the summer they have boat rentals, and now you have that Ferris wheel, so you're going to see that in a moment. And pretty soon you're going to see the clock tower coming up. Beautiful clock tower. And there's the Marché Bon Secours, and one of my favorite places in the city, the Bon Secours Chapel, I believe it's called. Or the Margaret Bourgeois Chapel, I think it's called. But yeah, you can climb up the tower. Yep, so we're gonna continue heading east. Here's another place that you can climb up. Nice place, I guess, for watching fireworks. And our clock tower, I'd say it's about another 10 minutes from here. And it's just a matter now of me deciding which way to get there, because we can go down here, or we can go straight ahead, or we can turn right. Oh wow, oh man, we got a poutine fest here. Wow, and that's kind of one of my weak spots. I love poutine. But no, I'm gonna keep walking. I'm gonna fight that urge. Now I wonder if you, if you pay a ticket and how does that work? You get a ticket and you go in and you can eat unlimited poutines, or if you can just go in and you have to pay at each meal. I mean, let's say it's $20, $30, and you can get in there and try unlimited poutines. Yeah, it might be worth it. Anyways, who knows? Maybe I'll check it out later on. Here's an interesting piece of art here. This is it's not really art, but kind of is. They have a zip line here, place you can climb, resembling some old pirate ships. So what we'll do is we'll walk down this way here, might as well. So there's that Ferris wheel. I'll have to look into how much that is again, because like I said, if it's something that's decent or to have some kind of promotion, I'll definitely do a video from in there. Grand Food Fest. So yeah, rib fest, macaroni and cheese. I just seen a sign that says free entry. So like I said, you probably go in for free, and you have to pay for each food truck or whatever. And yeah, so now we're coming up to a beautiful area here. Like I said, in the winter time, this freezes up, and they have beautiful skating on here. There's that Ferris wheel. And a beautiful view of Old Montreal and beyond. Got sun trying to go through the clouds. So what we'll do, we'll walk right to the end here. And then we'll turn left, and we're going to be on this bridge, this little bridge. Very interesting. Yeah, like I said, I mean, a lot of changes over the years here. Some for the better, but a lot, unfortunately, kind of ruined the authentic feel of the old port. That's just my opinion. It's like most of those gondolas are empty. Just gotta clean my lens here. All right, so continue our walk. This is, I think, the Bon Secours Basin it's called, which is named after the Marché Bon Secours, which is right over there. And this is where they have, I believe, the Cirque du Soleil as well, certain times of the year. So as you can see, big empty space here, usually reserved for these kind of events and whatnot. Yeah, so again, very nice area to walk here. This here is a projector that puts pictures onto those trees down there at nighttime, 3D images. Yep, this is an old building too, this structure. I just felt a vibration on my phone. Looks like I missed a call. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna keep filming until I get to that clock tower, or at least when the clock tower comes into view. But yeah, this is really ugly. Look at this, because you know I did a video of Ile Saint Helene, Jean Drapeau Park, right across from me, like a month or so ago, or weeks ago. And you know, I was talking about how they cut some trees down, and wow, it really looks ugly from here. I mean, you know, you used to look across the water and it would be nothing but trees, and now there's this big gap there with some buildings and structures. Like I said, it's just not my cup of tea, you know, man. Like I prefer to keep nature as it is. Even with Mount Royal, I mean, that's something that I don't think should have a road going through it. And I may be of the minority opinion, but that's just me. So yeah, we're coming up here to a beautiful view of the rapids of the Old Port. You're going to see what I'm talking about in a moment. Now look at that, there's a tower down there. You're going to see that in a much better view in a moment. That's an old water tower, but it resembles a kind of a castle. So this is a good part of the video where you're going to see quite a few things. And there's the clock tower down there, straight ahead. That's where I'm going to be doing my next video, climbing up that clock tower, telling you a little bit about the history of it. So let's take a look at our attractions here, our scenes, and we'll see what there is, and I'll go over it. So yeah, this is that park I was talking about, beautiful park across the river. And down there is Habitat 67 facing west. There's a boat leaving now. And down there you can see how the water, much more lively than here. By the way, it's a very good fishing area right there across from me. And then of course you have Parc Jean Drapeau, Ile Saint Helene. And down more towards this way is of course the Jacques Cartier Bridge, and there's Laronde. And